Welcome back. In this video, we will see the different types of control ratio in detail. What were the types of control ratio? They were capacity ratio, activity ratio, and efficiency ratio. Now we'll see in detail all these types of control ratios. Now first is capacity ratio. What is this capacity ratio? It is just a relationship between the actual number of working hours and the budgeted number of working hours. When we compare the actual how much the workers are working in hours basis with the budgeted number of working hours which has been set by the organization, when we compare the actual number of working hours with the budgeted number of working hours, then it is known as capacity ratio, and it is used to see whether the available facilities which was there in the organization was fully or actually utilized within that budget period or not. So for calculating this capacity ratio, we have a formula, that is actual hours divided by budgeted hours into 100, or this particular formula can be written in a different form also, that is actual hours worked divided by budgeted hours into 100. You can write here actual hours or actual hours worked. It is the same thing, so it can be written in any of this form. So this is the formula of capacity ratio. Next is activity ratio. Now under this activity ratio, this is the relationship between the standard hours and the budgeted standard hours. So you have to be very careful with the ratios, with the what is the relationship between the hours. Okay, that is, it is based on actual hours or it is based on standard and budgeted. Okay, now under the activity ratio, there is a relationship between the number of standard hours with the budgeted standard hours, and whatever the result we will be getting in this ratio will be always given in percentage form. Now under this activity ratio, it is used to understand whether the level of activity at a business, there are various kind of activities takes place in the business organization, right? So we have to see how this level of activities are measured with the help of activity ratio, and this activity ratio will also have a formula, that is actual production in terms of standard hours. Okay, standard hours divided by budgeted production in terms of standard hours into 100. Again, the same formula can be written in this form as well, that is standard hours for actual production divided by budgeted standard hours. Okay, now we have to calculate the standard hours for the actual production and budgeted standard hours. With that, we have to divide it and multiply with 100 to get the activity ratio. Next is efficiency ratio. Now under this efficiency ratio, it will show the relationship between number of standard hours with the actual hours spent in the organization. Now this ratio measures the efficiency of the operations of the firm and may be expressed as follows: the how the organization is working, okay, the workers in the organization, how they are efficiently working in the organization or not, will be done with the help of efficiency ratio. Now what is the formula for calculating efficiency ratio? Actual production in terms of standard hours divided by actual hours worked into 100, or you can write it as standard hours for actual production divided by actual hours worked into 100. It means the same thing, only the words are interchanged. Okay, so it can be used in this formula. These are not different formulas, these are just the names are different. Okay, it is the same formula, the names are just interchanged. So efficiency ratio is this the formula. Next we will see interpretation of results of control ratio. Now how the results will be taken under this budgetary control, whether it is favorable or unfavorable. So we'll see in this diagram. First, these are the results. If it is 100%, above 100%, below 100%, what will be the interpretation? Okay, what will be the outcome of this result? If the difference between actuals and the budgeted gives us the calculations of any kind of ratio, that is the capacity ratio, activity ratio, or efficiency ratio, the result, if you get exactly 100%, okay, there is no deviation. No deviation means there is no differences in that area. If it is if above 100%, that means this is a favorable deviation. Now favorable deviation means it is good for the organization. If the results of all the control ratios, either of the control ratios you can say, that is the capacity ratio is above 100%, activity ratio is above 100%, or the efficiency ratio is above 100%, then the result is favorable. And if it is below 100%, then it is unfavorable deviation. That means there is lots and lots of differences between them, and so this deviation will not be accepted by the business. So this results interpretation is very, very important while calculating the control ratios, because the result, after calculating the result, you have to show it whether the ratios are favorable or not for the organization. Next we'll move on to the questions of control ratios. We'll see the first question. Now in this question they are saying product X X takes 5 hours to make and Y requires 10 hours. That means there are two products, that is X and Y. And for making this X product, it takes how much hours? 5 hours. And for making Y product, it takes 10 hours. In a normal month of 25 effective days of 8 hours a day, 1000 units of X and 600 units of Y were produced. Now, how many working days are there in the organization? It is saying in a month, that is 25 days. For 8 hours they work, and after working for 8 hours, 1000 units of X can be produced and 600 units of Y can be produced. Okay. Now, the company employs how many workers? 50 workers are there in the production department who are working for 25 days, 8 hours, and producing these many units, X and Y. The budgeted hours are 1,02,000 for the year. The budgeted hours for the whole year is given 1,02,000. Now you are required to calculate the control ratios. Now control ratios, if they say, that means all three you have to calculate. That is capacity ratio, activity ratio, and the efficiency ratio. Now we'll see how to do this question. First is what is given in the question we have. Now in the question, budgeted hours for the year is given, right? The budgeted hours for the whole year, it is given 1,02,000. So 1,02,000 hours they work in a year. Then budgeted hours for the month will be how much? Because the month information is given to us, right? That is 25 days they work. They work for 8 hours. How many workers work? 50 workers they work together, right? So for budgeted hours for the month, if you have to find out only for 1 month, then how much it will be? That is 1,02,000. That is the year budgeted hours divided by 12, we'll get 8,500 hours. You have to divide it by 12 to find out the hours for 1 month. Okay. Now actual hours work, this is the budgeted hours. They have to work 8,500 hours, but actually how much the workers have worked? 50 workers were there. For 25 days they worked, and for 8 hours per day they spent it. So when you multiply this, it is coming to 10,000 hours, okay, which is more than the budgeted hours. Now calculation of standard hours for actual output we have to see, because the standard we have to calculate from this information only. Now hours allowed for 1000 units. 1000 units was given only for X, right? So 1000 units into 5 hours, that is here it is taking product X takes 5 hours, right? So we have to multiply 5 with how many units they can produce? 1000 units they can produce. So 1000 units into 5 hours they work, so 5000. Next is hours allowed for 600 units of product Y. Product Y is producing 600 units, right? For how much time they take? Y requires 10 hours, so we have to multiply with 10 hours. When you get this total, we're getting at 11,000. That is the standard hours for actual output. So this information is given in this question. So you have to first find out this information. Okay, write down this information first, then only we'll calculate the control ratios. Now see, this is the answer. Now we'll see the capacity ratio first. The capacity ratio formula is actual hours divided by budgeted hours into 100. Now what is the actual hours we have to see from here? Actual hours worked is how much? 10,000, right? So 10,000 divided by 8,500. Budgeted hours for month, for 1 month, we have calculated 8,500, right? So 10,000 was actual hours here, 10,000, and 8,500 was budgeted hours. So divide it into 100. We are getting here 117.65%. Now this is given as favorable. Why? Because it is more than 100%. Okay. So in the result, it will be in percentage form, and you have to decide whether it is favorable or unfavorable. So in this case, it is favorable because it is more than 100%. Okay. Next, we'll see the activity ratio. Now activity ratio formula is actual production in terms of standard hours divided by budgeted production in terms of standard hours into 100. Now we'll see actual production in terms of standard hours is how much. See here, standard hours for actual output is given here 11,000, right? So 11,000 divided by budgeted production in terms of standard hours. Now budgeted hours we have already calculated, that is 8,500. Into 100 when we do, we are getting the value as 129.41%. Now this is also more than 100, right? That's why we are writing here favorable. Next is efficiency ratio. Efficiency ratio formula is actual production in terms of standard hours divided by actual hours worked into 100. Now actual production in terms of standard hours, see, actual production in terms of standard hours was how much? 11,000. how much actually they worked? 10,000, right? So 11,000 divided by 10,000 into 100 will do, and the result we are getting 110%. Now this 110 is also higher than 100%, so that's why this is also favorable. Whenever you see that the percentage is coming more than 100%, then you always have to write favorable within bracket. If it is less than 100%, then you have to write it unfavorable. And if it is exactly 100%, then there is no deviation. You don't have to write anything for that. Okay. So this is the way how we calculate the control ratio. The next question, again I have one more I have put up. Now here they are saying two articles X and Y are manufactured in a department. There are two articles again, X and Y. Their specification source shows that 2X or 8Ys can be produced in 1 hour. 2 units of X and 8 units of Y can be produced within 1 hour. The budgeted production for June 2011 is 200 units of X and 400 units of Y. Now the actual production at the end of the month was 250 X and 480 Ys. The actual production is given and budgeted production is given for you in the question. And the actual hours spent on this production is also given, that is 160. So find out the capacity, activity and efficiency ratio for June 2011. Now we'll see how to calculate this. Now first you see standard budgeted hours for 2011, June 2011. How we'll calculate for X first. How much it was? Standard budgeted hours. Standard budgeted. When you see this word budgeted production, okay, this is the budgeted hours they are saying. 200 units of X and 400 units of Y, and within 1 hour how much they take? For X 2 units they can produce, and for Y only 8 can be produced, right? So 200 divided by 2 for X category, you will see first we are getting 100 hours. Then Y category is 400 divided by 8, we are getting 50 hours. That means the total of both these items, the standard budgeted hours is 150 hours. Now for actual production, actually how much they have produced? 250 for X and 480 for Y, right? So the items for 1 hour, how much they can produce? 2 and 8, right? So for calculating the actual production, 250 divided by 2 and 480 divided by 8 you will do. Then we are getting these values, that is 185 hours total. Okay, now this is for budgeted hours and this is for actual production. Now we are able to understand the capacity ratio, activity ratio and efficiency ratio. How we will calculate? We'll put up in the formula. First is actual hours worked divided by budgeted hours into 100. Now actual hours worked is how much? Actual hours worked is 160. Here it is given. Actual hours spent on this production was 160, right? So we're putting here 160 divided by budgeted hours is how much? We calculated here 150. So 150 into 100. We are getting here 106.67%. Now here in the bracket you have to write it favorable because it is more than 100%, right? Next is activity ratio. Activity ratio formula is standard hours for actual production. Now standard hours for actual production 185 we got. Divided by budgeted standard hours. Budgeted standard hours we got 150. So 185 divided by 150 into 100, it is 123.33%. Now this is also favorable. Next is efficiency ratio. Standard hours for actual production. Again 185 divided by hours worked or actual hours worked. Actual hours worked is how much? 160, right? Actual hours worked is 160. So 160 into 100, we are getting the efficiency ratio as 115.62%. This is also favorable. Why? Because it is more than 100%. So how to calculate the control ratios is first you have to find out what are the budgeted hours and what are the actual production according to the standard hours. After you calculate all this information, then only you can calculate the ratios, be it capacity ratio, activity ratio, efficiency ratio. Mostly the calendar ratios are not asked. Okay. So these were the two questions on control ratios, and the next question I have kept for your practice. So you can see here, a company manufactures two types of articles, namely X and Y. Again, two articles are produced. X takes 10 hours and Y takes 20 hours to make that product. In a month, how much they work? They work for 25 days, 8 hours each. 500 units of X can be produced and 300 units of Y can be produced. Budgeted hours for month it is given here. Now you don't have to calculate separately for the month. Okay, month information is already given to you. So you have to calculate from this item only. and the factory employs 60 men in the department. Now how many employees or how many laborers are working in that organization? That is 60 people. Okay, now from this information you have to calculate the control ratio. Hope you can do these questions properly. Thank you.